So I was sitting here wondering how I'm going to start this review, with these funny little clips I do in the beginning or whatever. And I can't think of anything. I just, one word keeps popping into my head, and that is wow. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. I thought a purple background today was kind of fitting for this movie, Color Out of Space. It seems to be the theme in this movie. And I'll tell you, I mean, like I said earlier, one word could sum this movie up, and it is wow. I was blown away by how good this movie is. Firstly, it's the return of Richard Stanley, who is a great director. I actually just watched one of his more classic movies called Hardware just the other day, and I will be doing a review for that movie as part of my retro reviews that I'm going to start doing. So just an absolute fantastic movie. If you haven't seen Hardware, make sure you check that out. And then oddly enough, Bloody Disgusting just posted an article about another one of his movies that's a classic called Dust Devil. So anyways, it's been, and what's a big deal about this is his first movie, like full feature-length movie. He's made some documentaries in the meantime, but this is his full-length feature in almost 30 years. He got let go or fired from the set of The Island of Dr. Moreau back, I think it was in '96, and he hasn't made a full-length feature since. So this was kind of a big deal, especially picking up on this story. Now, I'm not, I don't know a lot about H.P. Lovecraft. I don't really read a lot of books. I've seen his movies that get turned, or his books that got turned into movies. You know what I mean? And I know there's a general theme on his books where, I mean, there's never a happy ending, or at least not that I'm aware of. And such is the case for this movie. But so I won't really get into that part of it because I don't really know too much about it. I just know what to talk about or what I visually see in front of me. And I'll tell you, this movie is visual, and it's killer, man. It's got so many, I don't know, I had like these thought processes of what movies this movie reminded me of when I was watching it. And I mean, John Carpenter's Thing in the third act definitely comes into play here, and he nails it. And then the other one that I kept thinking about was in the original Creepshow movie with the Stephen King segment, the Lonesome Death of Jordy Verrill, where the meteorite comes down to Earth and then lands on his farm and then turns everything, kind of that mossy green. And actually, I didn't research it, but that story actually might have been this story, Color Out of Space. They just kind of reworked it a little bit for the Creepshow episode. But man, oh man, this was a good fucking movie. I'm telling you, when it comes out, like, do not hesitate to watch this film because it's fucking mind-blowing. I just did a review for a movie called The Wave, which deals with like hallucinogens and stuff, and just like the color palettes and the effects in that movie were really trippy. And the same thing goes for here. Like, they're really big on the neons and the purples and stuff, and it just, and the way it's put together, it's like, wow, man, this movie was visually stunning for sure. And it's got a great cast in it too. Nicolas Cage is in it. Jolie Richardson plays his wife. Tommy Chong is in this for a little bit. The kids nailed it too. Madeline Arthur plays Lavina, their daughter. And then Brendan Meyer plays their son, Benny. Man, I'll tell you, like, this is a great story, and it's excellently directed. But I mean, the acting in this story too, it just takes it to another level because, mind you, this movie had a budget of around $6 million, I was reading. So, I mean, really, for what we're getting in this flick, that's not a lot of money. And I'll tell you, the special effects in this film were good. Like, they really pulled it off. But the practical in this movie, you know what I mean? Like, You'll see what I mean when you get into the third act here. I don't want to give spoilers for this movie. It's one of those ones where you should just let it unfold in front of you. But there's the third act, and a lot of the creatures stuff is practical, man. And I was loving it. It was like, wow, this is awesome. They didn't fucking CGI the hell out of this movie because it would have just ruined it. And man, like, bravo to them for going the practical route. Like, this movie just proves that you don't need to CGI the fuck out of everything to have a good a good story and have it look visually good. I mean, it was awesome. So, but basically, the first act is just you meet the family. Nicolas Cage is kind of like a struggling artist, so they inherit this farmland. I think it's in Massachusetts where it takes place. But anyways, they've moved out there and they're trying to live this life on this farm. You know what I mean? And they're struggling a little bit. And the mom, I believe she just got done cancer surgery. So I mean, they're struggling. You know what I mean? They're trying to fight through it and stay positive and stuff like that. And it's a couple of teenage kids. They got a little youngster too, and it's just the first act is just character building. It might have been a smidge long, but in the end, it really did work because I'll tell you, the time they take, to kind of introduce you to these people and see, what they're struggling with and how they're trying to work through it, and they really do love each other at the end of the day. They bicker a little bit and blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, they've all got each other's back and stuff like that. And it really does work because, like, at the end of the first act is when this meteor hits on their farmland. And the second act is it's the start of a shitstorm. You know what I mean? Like, stuff starts to change. Attitudes start to change. Like this meteor, when it comes into contact with the earth, it just kind of infects the ground. And what you think is beautiful and what might be, going to be the start of a good thing, and it's, everything's going to get saved, and it's not. It's really not. This is, it's a basic story, but it's a depressing one, and it has many, many different layers. And by the time you hit the third act, I'm telling you, buckle up, because this thing is it just goes bonkers. You know what I mean? And it's sad too. And again, I don't want to give spoilers, but it is a Lovecraftian story. I mean, there is no happy ending here, and there is no way to defeat this thing. No matter what you fucking do, it's going to keep coming, and it's depressing because this family is fucking helpless against it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to give the ending away or tell you what happens or how it unfolds, but I mean, if you watch the trailer, you can pretty much pick up on it. But man, oh man, I'll tell you, the different levels this movie hits are they're mind-boggling, and I fucking loved it. For a $6 million budgeted movie, this thing is absolutely killer. So anyways, I'm just going to stop right there because I know when I get rambling, I might let some stuff slip that I probably shouldn't. I probably already said too much, but my God, just watch this movie when it comes out. I promise you, you will love it. If you have seen it, let me know what you thought of it. And if you haven't seen it, I believe it comes out on the 20th or sometime this month. It gets released. I can't remember exactly what day it was. But anyways, when it does go video on demand, do yourself a huge favor and rent it, and then come back here and give me your thoughts on this. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram. I don't use Twitter a whole lot, but all my links are in the description box. I mean, if you want to discuss this movie after you've watched it, just hit me up on Facebook, on Messenger, or right on the Happywax TV page, and leave some comments there as well, and we'll get a discussion going, because I really do want to talk about this movie. I'm probably going to do the same thing that I'm going to do for The Wave, the movie I just reviewed too. I can't give spoilers for this movie yet, because it's not even out yet. But a couple weeks down the road, I might come back to this one and have a couple friends over and stuff and just kind of discuss this movie, because there's so much to talk about. And there's, like I said, there's so many layers in this movie. It's just absolutely fucking fantastic. So anyways, I don't want to say no more. It's called Color Out of Space. Do yourself a massive favor and watch this flick when you get a chance to, because it is just fucking absolutely amazing. So anyways, Color Out of Space comes out really soon. Let me know what you think about it, guys. And as always, stay scared.